My custom order is here. The double neck. Welcome back, troglodytes, to your day. April Fools! Nah, not the double neck, but this is that unique made-to-measure one that I teased you guys about 8 months ago. If you're new or happen to have missed that episode, a viewer of the show did a custom order with me from the Gibson custom shop via their made-to-measure program. He wanted a double neck that he could not find anywhere else. It's gonna be a very, very strange day. When have you ever seen a Lefty EDS-1275? It's so weird having the 6-string side as the first neck, and I'm gonna struggle through trying to play this today. But I promised Chris I would at least try, so I guess I need to hold it the proper way. Oh wow, as if double necks weren't weird enough already to have to do it this way. What an interesting beast. So I've got to say, this is my first regular double neck. Like, we just recently talked about the Jimmy Page models. Had that new $50,000 version as well as the older 2007. This is just regular production. He didn't want to go super crazy as far as the finish goes. It's just a regular cherry, but I would say they did a fantastic job. We even have a little bit of dancing ribbon mahogany in this one. Cool. Looks like they even gave us the custom truss rod covers due to the custom ordered status of this. But just look how piercing white the binding is, and how clean all the plastics are. The only custom spec that we were trying to do besides the Lefty was do the whole long Jimmy Page tail pieces, but they told us no for some strange reason. Well, here we are, 8 months later, we definitely know why. The whole new Jimmy Page thing. But you can see just how bright cherry this one is. I have never held or had 4 guitars in my hands at once. That is hilarious. What a great day, and a heavy one at that. But if you're not familiar with what a double neck is, it's essentially a stage guitar you use when a song has 2 different parts and you only have 1 guitar player, or you need to quickly switch in between them faster than you can do with 2 guitars. It's a niche item that isn't really needed, but they have a very rich and interesting history as far as starting as hollow-bodied instruments, eventually turning into the SG kind of style, and many different other versions. But there's famous users of them from all different eras and years. And it doesn't just have to be 6-string, 12-string guitars. I've seen bass and guitar. I think I've seen a 6-string bass with a 6-string electric. I've seen some mandolin guitar combinations. You can have a lot of fun. You can custom order whatever you want. Although I haven't seen modern Gibson make any of the super crazy ones. But what kind of case candy do the regular ones come with? I'm pretty sure this is like a 60s reissue of case candy. That's kind of nice. I wasn't knowing to expect that. They've just updated it with the current address, so this is technically your warranty card, but it's too cool to use. Just register it online. Here's our original box tag. Pre-pack checklist, some other cool hang tags, as well as some more old-timey paperwork reissues, and then our COA, billing it as a 60s EDS-1275. Now, if you're curious what makes a 60s one different from like a 70s, I don't know all the nitty-gritty details, but I can tell you the headstocks are different. For example, the 60s gets the really cool mother of pearl logo, and many of the later 70s ones actually transition over into maple necks instead of mahogany due to increased strength. But to learn more about this one, let's go ahead and throw it on the workbench to take an individual look at its parts and specs. I just can't get over how great this one looks. That's the thing with custom orders. You have to place it. They tell you it's going to be like 1 to 2 years. This one actually only took 8 months, so it wasn't that bad. But it's always such a gamble because you don't know what they like, because we didn't get to pick out from the slabs of mahogany bodies. We just said we wanted a 60s cherry but done up in Lefty. And I think that's why this one didn't take too long. It was a pretty standard custom order, because that's the thing with the made to measure program. Just because you can dream it doesn't mean they'll make it. If you get too crazy with the stuff, they'll tell you we've got other things to build. But occasionally you can catch them on a good day and they'll make you crazy stuff. Because that was the thing of him custom ordering this with me. There was one on the used market, but it was like $2,000 more expensive. So he just decided, yeah, I'll wait. I've waited this long. What's another 2 years? So when we got it much sooner than expected, I think he made the right decision here. And if you want to do a custom order with me, we can. Just keep in mind, I'm not an official dealer, but we can have a lot of fun speccing things out together if you're serious about a build and want it featured on the show before it goes to you. But I'm really happy with the mahogany that we got on this one. Not only is it kind of the ribbony, it's got that really nice bright cherry without being too bright. And I love having a shiny custom shop guitar that doesn't have the VOS treatment. As far as the pickups go, we just went for the regular custom buckers. There's our neck pickup cavity and our bridge pickup cavity with the same thing. So within the circuit, the neck reads 7.42 k ohms, the bridge at 795, and the middle, just for fun, 3.87. Then you've got independent volume and controls for each pickup set. He was trying to get the custom shop to change the wiring a little bit. I forget the exact details, but I think he was wanting to like flip them or something. But they did not want to do that. So he said, it doesn't matter, I'll just do it when I get the guitar. So he will be changing the wiring scheme of this. One of those examples of they won't do everything for you, but there's many things that they will. Over here, we should have our neck selector switch. So in this case, 6-string, 12-string, middle for both the necks. That's the cool thing about double necks, is if you have both of them running, you can get some interesting sympathetic vibrations. That route looks like this. I would say everything's looking standard and peachy. And here's the bottom side of that toggle. Then the big one is actually your master pickup selector. Do you want the bridge pickups? Do you want the middle pickups? Or do you want the necks? Although I guess in this one, this would be bridge, this would be middle, this would be neck. But the route looks pretty standard here as well. And here's another look at that whole double toggle switch thing. Bridge is a true ABR1. That's another difference between 60s and some select 70s models, ABR1 versus Nashville. That's a historic spec though. This is a non-retaining wire version, so when you're changing strings, be careful, these things fall off. And then whenever you look at a lefty guitar, like when I see a right-handed one, I don't even realize the bridge is slightly tilted until you look at the inverse of it, because now it's slanting the exact opposite way. But at least we don't get as much of the weird lefty SG phenomenon of one horn being taller than the other. It's not as apparent on a double neck. But you have the unique EDS-1275 tailpiece. They just screw it in with 3 of them, and then the ball end of the strings just latch on into there. Same thing on the 12-string side. It's just you got twice as many strings, twice as many notches, including on the nut. Same pickups over here. This appears to be a slab mahogany body, and we have our regular rosewood fretboard, typical 24 3/4 inch scale length, our whole 20 fret situation. You heard me right, 20 frets. They are a little bit shorter than other guitars. I measure a 1.67 inch nut width to 2.06 at the 12th, 0.91 first fret neck depth, and we'll take it at the 12th, 0.94. The 12-string width is a little bit more though, for obvious reasons, but the profile should be about the same. Here's a look at the neck profile, 1st fret and 12th fret. And then the face of the headstock. Truss rod's good on this side, and I checked the 12-string side. It's about standard, has a little bit of thread showing. Well, that's how most of them are, and Gibson says it's within spec. A beautiful mother-of-pearl logo with our sweet double ring clusins. Got it all strung back up now. I thought I would talk about lefty guitars for a minute. Some guys are left-handed, but a lot of lefties actually learn guitar righty so they don't fall into this terrible life of having very limited selection, but not all of them. So left-handed guitars, they string up the opposite way. So instead of your low E being here, it's up there, and it's reversed, and they hold them the opposite direction. Pickings are slim on the used market, and the cool ones are always pricey, so that's why this custom order made sense for him. Moving on to the back, the gorgeous wood grain continues. I can't wait to take this thing outside and get the B-roll shots. That's gonna dance. But look how immaculate the wiring is. Nice job, whoever worked on this one. That's just beautiful. But we've got our strap button on the 12-string neck side, the other one down here. And another difference between 60s and 70s and beyond is the neck heel style. Like, they change. I don't know enough about it to teach you any further than that, but just know that the 90s is like the birth of the reissuing of the 60s style, primarily. Occasionally, Gibson will do custom orders of 70s versions, though. I found this fascinating. Gibson custom decal on the 12-string neck side, but not on the 6-string side. Also true, no serial number on 6-string. That's normal. But look at the serial number of this one. Nice! 2023, production number 1979. That particular year has been getting a lot of fanfare at Gibson lately, so that's just a nice little bonus. Oh, it was a near miss. The guy who ordered this was born in the year 1980. That would have been cool to have matched that, but hey, 79's cool as well. But you can see we're rocking these single line double ring clusins. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the lines refers to the wide area or the markings. So this is a single line versus having a double line. And then the rings refer to the rings on the tuners. As per usual though, it's a backbreaker, 12 pounds, 6 ounces. But you know, for a double neck, that's not that bad. So let's go ahead, plug it in, and hear how it sounds. Kind of. All right, let's see how this goes. I've always been curious, what would a double neck look like if the 6-string side was on top instead of the 12-string? I can see why they put it down there, but if this strap wasn't in the way, because it's in the lefty position, you know, despite actually balancing really well right there, I think it'd be pretty cool, because playing the 12-string side down here isn't all that uncomfortable. If anybody's ever done that custom order, please let me know. I would love to see it. Well, let's go ahead and give this a go. So there we go, a lefty double neck. Wasn't that fun? I always suggest if you're like feeling stuck in a rut or something, pick up a lefty at a store and just try to work out how to play it. Not necessarily left-handed, that's very difficult. That's like going back all the way to the beginner stages. It's really humbling and it makes you realize just how good you actually have become at guitar over the years. But I'm talking playing it upside down and just trying to figure out how to do the strings in the opposite order. It's actually a lot of fun and it inspires you to play differently if you're just stuck in the same shapes. So Chris, thank you for custom ordering this with me. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time trying to play it and documenting it for you. When he had ordered this, I had no idea I'd be documenting other double necks at the exact same time, but hey, that's just how it worked. And now this screen capture will live on in infamy. No, it's not a quadruple neck. April Fools. All right, troglodytes, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you tomorrow on the next one. Take care. If you enjoyed tonight's episode, consider subscribing. I post videos like this every day. And you might even enjoy this next one.